Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Emerald City Sports, the podcast. This guy Jacob over here is in Europe right now. He is having a great time. Um, and Josh is at a camp. I just went to a camp. So we are all doing our things, but hey, we got to get back together for a quick episode. In this episode, we're gonna be ranting a lot, and I think
Yes,
you might have
sir.
guessed it. We're ranting about Madden 24 because every single year Madden comes up with something stupid for their ratings. So let's jump right into it, Jacob. I mean, some of these ratings are just absolute whack. Like for example,
Yeah, I
let's
agree.
go to the quarterbacks to start off. First of all, Kirk Cousins is an 84 overall. Like, I don't get the Kirk Cousins hate, man. Like, Kirk Cousins is actually a pretty good quarterback. People just don't give him enough credit for it. And you've got guys like Jalen Hurts who don't even crack 90. He's an 88. Geno's like an 81 or something like that. Like, the disrespect is insane. Jacob, what is your reaction to all of these Madden ratings so far? And then we'll take a deep dive into some of the really bad ones.
With those three guys that you mentioned, I mean, like, wait, hold on, give me a second.
Well, we're waiting for a little bit. But when we let's go through like the Seahawks ratings for example. I mean, like Quandre Diggs is lower than Jamal Adams. Like no hate to Jamal Adams, but come on, we've seen Quandre Diggs continue to stay consistent for a very very long time, and yet he's still rated lower than Jamal Adams. Rated
My
lower than
bad.
Kenneth Walker. I mean, it's kind of crazy how some of these guys made a big jump. Like we're talking about Kenneth Walker here, who went all the way up to an 87 somehow, according to the Madden ratings website. But jumping back to the QBs, Jacob, what are your thoughts about how like guys like Jalen Hurts and Kirk Cousins were absolutely disrespected?
Okay, I believe, yeah, both those guys should be a lot higher. I believe Gino, in my opinion, is an 87 overall quarterback. Like, I mean, it's his first like real year of being like a proven quarterback because last year was, his first real good year. So now, if he proves himself this year, then he'll go up, but I don't think Madden just rated a lot of quarterbacks that high. Kirk Cousins, 84. I think he's a little bit better than that. But with all the low ratings and stuff, I think that's actually pretty good. And where he is on like the top 10 of quarterbacks, like they have him at like what, like eight, the eighth best quarterback or something like that. Like that's actually like really good. Like I think Kirk Cousins is not disrespected, but Madden just puts out low ratings for quarterbacks. And Jalen Hurts, 88. Again, this is like his first year of being a top tier quarterback. But do I believe he deserves to get a 90 plus? Of course. I mean, who led that team to the Super Bowl? I mean, most quarterbacks on that team, though, could have probably led their team to the Super Bowl, but Jalen Hurts gets it done in the air and on the ground, so I'm not sure why he's an 88. And are we going to talk about Dak Prescott?
Yeah, we got to talk about Dak here. I mean, bro is like what an 87 overall. I mean, yeah, 87 overall. He's tied with Justin Herbert somehow. I mean, keep overrating the Cowboys, man.
Crazy.
It's insane. Jacob, what do you think about this 87 overall absolute overration?
I mean, Cowboys had a good record, but I mean, they have one of the best defenses in the NFL, and their offense is stacked. He led the league in interceptions, and overall was getting outplayed by their backup quarterback, Cooper Rush, who was doing actually way better, in my opinion, than Dak Prescott. Although Dak Prescott does get a good amount of yards, and I guess it gets his team 2 wins, but still, he threw so many interceptions, and yeah, I mean, same with Josh Allen. He threw also way too many picks last year. But Josh Allen, he is what is he this year? 91?
Yeah, Josh Allen is 94 this year as the cover athlete.
That okay, that's insane.
I
That's
mean,
actually insane.
Joe Burrow
Although
is
I think
rated
Josh,
higher, which is I'm not even I wouldn't say I'm surprised Joe Burrow's rated higher. He's only one overall higher, but I feel like Joe Burrow might have been a little better than Josh Allen this year. It was just a little under the radar because everyone was hyping up the Bills so much that a lot of people forgot about the Bengals. You know.
yeah, I mean Josh Allen is good, but again, he throws way too many interceptions, and I don't think he should be the third rated quarterback on here. But I knew he was gonna be for sure though, because he's the cover athlete. Of course he's gonna be. But yeah, I mean Lamar is what, number four?
Yeah, Lamar is a 91 overall.
I think the overall actually is right. That's a good overall. But being the fourth quarterback, I don't know. He barely even played last season, and his backup quarterback was a Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
No, okay, how did that even happen? First
I
off,
don't yeah. I don't even know, man. It's a
who
wild.
let
It's
Tyler
wild.
Huntley in the Pro Bowl?
It's wild. I don't
Well,
know.
I would have rather gave it to like almost anyone else. But Tyler, okay, props to him.
Kind of want to rant about the cornerbacks though, because this is ridiculous.
Okay, yeah, that's
How does
crazy.
Sauce Gardner end up at 93 overall, while our boy Tariq Woolen, who was basically stride and stride with Sauce Gardner the entire year, end up at 83? The bias is just insane. Tariq Woolen
Popularity
arguably
contest.
was better than Sauce Gardner last year, but just because Sauce has an interesting nickname and plays for New York, you're right, Jacob. It's a popularity contest. It's ridiculous. But I mean, on the bright side, at least Tariq Woolen has, I believe, the third highest speed in the game, which is kind of cool. I believe it's like a 98 or
Yeah.
something. I mean, we'll take it there.
Hmm.
But I mean, he should be up there. He should be if Sauce Gardner's 93. At the very least, Tariq should be high 80s. So I mean, I don't know what they're thinking there, but it is what it's
Yeah.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
A lot
Um,
a lot of great players got screwed like that. Forgot to mention the quarterbacks. Jared Goff only got an 80, which his stats say otherwise, and leading that awful Lions team to a winning record was pretty impressive.
yeah,
And yeah, cornerbacks, Tariq Woolen fully disrespect. He almost won Defensive Rookie of the Year. He was this close. Sauce Gardner beat him out by a little bit, but Sauce is a good player, but I don't think he should be 10 overalls over Woolen. I think they should be, or I think Sauce should maybe just be one overall more than Woolen, in my opinion. And Sauce shouldn't have a 93. He should have maybe like a 91. 91 for Sauce, 90 for Tariq Woolen. That's what I think, in my opinion.
yeah.
And another corner we have not talked about yet. JC Horn getting an 83 is the most disrespectful
Disrespectful.
thing I've ever seen.
Disrespectful.
I
I
think
know.
he's a top three cornerback, in my opinion. He's a top three cornerback. If Madden actually watched the NFL and watched players, I mean, not a lot of people want to watch the Panthers. I mean, come on, it's the
That's true.
Panthers.
That's true.
But still, he is the lockdown. When the Seahawks played the Panthers, I didn't realize how good he was. Like, they were hyping him up on like social media saying top five corner incoming or whatever. I watched him. He locked up DK for the entire game. It was insane. Like, I'd never seen any cornerback lock up the Seahawks like that well. Like, it was insane.
Yeah, and then we've continuing talking about the secondary here. I mean, Jamal Adams rated higher than Quandre Diggs. I
Heck
don't
no,
know, man. I
no.
don't know. Even us Seahawks fans don't believe that should be real. I mean, and Jamal Adams has
Popularity contest.
and I believe Jamal Adams has the superstar thing too. Not the X Factor, but he has the superstar um the star on him, which for some reason I don't know, man. He's
I
been
think he
injured.
deserves.
Well, he was injured the entire season, very injured
Yeah,
before that, very injured before that, and yet Quandre Diggs is still getting disrespected. I mean, Quandre Diggs, look, this season wasn't the best for him, but after coming back from like a big ACL injury and stuff, he's still able to play really well. I mean, you needed to give Quandre some respect. He continues to be absolutely underrated his entire career.
yeah. I know it's insane. I mean, at least he got Pro Bowl last year. I mean, that was a little what do you call it? A little surprising, but he got Pro Bowl last year, and no Madden 87. I mean, 87 isn't that bad, but for him to be lower than Jamal Adams, which is pretty disrespectful, I think. Because Jamal Adams, like you said, was out last year, and he hasn't even been that good. Although that one year with the Seahawks, his first year with the Seahawks,
Yeah,
he
that
was a
was good. That was
beast.
good.
He was a beast. So they're also going off previous years, like Aaron Rodgers is rated really high. They're going off of previous years. They're not going off of like just this year.
But I
But if
mean,
they're also going off of previous years, I don't think Dak Prescott should be where he's at right now.
Yeah, but you're right,
my
Jacob. But
opinion.
you
Like
also said it was a popularity contest. I mean, you're right there. We got to. I mean, the rookies on our team: Devin Witherspoon, Jackson Smith, and Jigba. They're both 78s, which is, I would say, kind of
that's
that's pretty high for
that's
a
really high.
rookie. For a rookie, most rookies are usually rated low 70s. They're pretty high, and they're rated above like veterans too. Like they are rated higher than
Yeah.
some veterans, which I believe is a little disrespectful to the veterans. But I mean, I guess we'll take it. I mean, they're both great players. We'll see how they do this year. But I mean, maybe a little bit lower because they're still rookies. But they have come into the league with a huge reputation, so I guess you could see why they
Yeah.
um,
The
rate them really high.
receivers. Okay, this is kind of weird because last year's receivers, which was supposed to be a way better receiving class than this year, their receivers are ranked lower in
Yeah,
Madden 23 than Madden 24 for the rookies, which is kind of weird. Madden, what's Madden doing?
yeah. I mean
Like
that's
JSN 78, like Garrett Wilson last year started off as like what, or whoever the first wide receiver picked, it was Drake London, I think. Drake London, yeah, he was like not even close to that. He was like maybe 76 or something. And he was the eighth pick in the draft, and JSN 20th pick in the draft. So I don't know. Madden might be switching it up this year with the rookies and stuff, but I
yeah.
mean, the quarterbacks they're low. Like Bryce Young, 74. Like, I mean, that doesn't really make too much sense
And
to
I
me.
mean, they got to give the punters a little bit of love here. Come on, Michael Dixon's 77. I feel like he should be at least 80. But I
The
mean,
punters usually
You
aren't
know what
rated
Madden
high,
is like. They hate they give special teamers no love. Like with the kickers,
except for
the kickers
except
can't
for
even.
Justin Tucker.
Yeah, but like with the like kickers
But
and
I
stuff,
mean, Justin Tucker is Justin Tucker.
Justin Tucker. But like most of the other kickers, they can go like 45 yards easy, but then once they get hit like the 50 point, they can't even make the crossbar, which is hilarious. Like I always thought that was something funny about Madden, how the
Yeah,
kickers can
okay in
barely kick
Retro
the
Bowl
ball.
though.
What?
In Retro Bowl,
Yeah.
I made like a 65-yard field goal though, so
Yeah,
Retro
no,
Bowl
Retro
got it
Bowl is
though.
just
Retro
wild
Bowl got
sometimes. Retro Bowl is wild, bro. How many DK Metcalf chase downs have happened in Retro Bowl for you?
it. The stamina on the players that you
It
use just
it
runs
is
out
so
so
annoying.
fast.
It's so annoying. The highest rated players for the Seahawks are Bobby Wagner and Tyler Lockett. They are both
I agree.
89 overalls. Feel like they could be a little bit higher, but it's fine. We
I
don't have a
think Woolen
guy
is the bet.
right now. We don't have a guy above 90, but I believe by the start of the season that will happen. And then for some reason, according to Madden ratings, we're 76 overall, which is absolutely like atrocious. Like there is no way
I don't think those are the real
those aren't
ratings
real, but
though
like
for the
those are
teams.
like the unofficial ratings right now. But that feels a little disrespectful. But that's actually our rating. We should be above like 80. We should be like low 80s, possibly. This is the
I agree.
unofficial
I agree.
thing right now.
Yeah,
But
because then
yeah,
doesn't it say the Cardinals are 87?
yeah. It says the Cardinals are 87 somehow. Everyone knows
That's
that
that's
that
not
cannot be
true.
true. That cannot be true. That would be absolutely wild if it was true. So I mean, yeah, Madden ratings a little bit wild. Um,
I wait, let me say something
yeah.
real quick. I believe the Seahawks best player. I mean, I agree that our top players should be Lockett and Wagner, but actually, no, I don't agree with that. I agree that they should be like second and third. I think our best player should probably be Tariq Woolen.
Wow. Okay.
I think Woolen is like like last season, just judging off of last season, like not off of vets and stuff, just off of pure players and stuff. I think Tariq Woolen was probably our best player in the draft. Like
Yeah,
it
yeah,
didn't,
I'd
you
agree
know.
with you there. I agree with you there. But I don't know. I don't know if I would put him above Tyler Lockett and B Wags. I mean, he still has a big. I mean, they both have big reputations. Rulin's still building his reputation, so I would put him above Jamal for sure. I then move like Kenneth Walker. Kenneth Walker is an 87 apparently, which is kind of wild when you think about it, because that he's
I
going into his
mean,
second season. He's four overalls higher than Tariq. I mean, would you say Kenneth Walker was the best rookie? I mean, one of those two.
no,
You would say,
no, but I think he was really good and he deserves a higher overall, but not that high. Wait, what is do you know what Brees Hall's
Brees
rookie
Hall.
is?
Let me go get to the New York Jets first. I think Brees Hall was put pretty low just because of the fact that he, got injured.
Injury.
Let's see here. It says I mean no, that's not Brees Hall. Brees Hall is an 82. So I mean it's not that
Whoa,
bad
whoa, whoa, whoa,
considering
whoa.
that he had an
82.
injury. Would you say that's valid that he's an 82?
No, I think he should still be a little higher because he was on pace to win Rookie of the year.
Okay.
And with weekly upgrades, if he starts being bad, they can just lower him right away. But I don't think he deserves that rating because
Okay.
he was doing really good. Doing really good at first, but injuries happen. But he would probably have won Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, yeah.
So, um,
Yeah, he was up there,
yeah, I
but he had
think
a
he
good he
should.
had a good run. It was by the top, like the week before Brees got injured. It was like the race became just like Kenneth Walker versus Brees Hall, but then they decided to give it to like Garrett
But
Wilson or whatever at the end. It was
but
ridiculous.
Brees Hall was leading though over
He
Kenneth
was,
Walker.
yeah. I mean,
I think
he
he
had a really
deserved.
good first half, and then just all those injuries hit, and that was a little rough.
I think he deserves at least an 85.
Okay, yeah,
My
I can see
opinion.
that happening. I don't know, man. 87 just feels like a lot for Canada. No
Yeah, I
disrespect to
agree.
Canada.
I
Like
agree, but
87 is pretty freaking high. I'd put Quandre and Tariq ahead for sure, but like I can see Kenneth Walker at 85. If him and Brees Hall were both 85s, I wouldn't even complain. That would make sense.
that would make
So
total sense. Yes,
yeah,
I
but I mean,
agree.
at the end of the day, it's just mad at I mean, at this year they're just doing at this point they're just doing this on purpose to get a reaction out of the crowd because at the end of the day they know even though we're all gonna hate on the ratings and say that the game sucks, everyone's still gonna buy the game, everyone's still gonna play it, everyone will still complain, but at the end of the day they're still gonna play it. So it's like Madden doesn't even care anymore. Though
Yeah,
they
of
did, I
course, I'm
mean,
gonna buy it when it comes out.
yeah, I mean they did say
Yeah,
that like this year was like a make or break year for EA and NFL. That if like this year's game didn't go well, they might like end the contract or like not renew it. So I mean,
would they go to 2K?
I'm possibly they could go
Bro, that
NFL
would
could
be
sign a deal with
crazy.
2K or just another gaming brand. They might cut ties with EA if Madden 24 just doesn't go the way EA is hoping it will go. That would be honestly crazy if like we got NFL 2K. That'd be kind of wild. I'd be kind of excited to see what happens, but hope I mean the way they've been hyping up Madden 24, they haven't been hyping up like insane, but like they're like, we got some new things here. You might want to check it out. But I mean, they do that every year, and then every year, everyone's hopes just get kind of lower and lower every single year. But maybe this year they might pull off something good. You never know. I mean, the franchise thing looks kind of cool. For some reason, I personally like playing franchise mode. I don't know why, but
I love franchise.
I mean, franchise mode is fun. I mean, you feel like you're actually a coach. You got to make your own moves and all that stuff. I don't know. I kind of like it. And then with like, they're still doing face of the franchise this year, right?
I think so. I hope they add, 2K Playground or like not 2K Playground,
Like the
like
playground in
two,
2K.
not Playground. Uh, um, like My Player, like the online My Player.
Oh,
I
okay,
hope
yeah.
they do that in Madden this year because like the yard is not that good.
The yard is
Like I
more.
hope they
It's
add.
just like street ball. It's like if you did. It's like NBA street ball kind of stuff, right? Would you call it that way?
Yeah,
The
but
yard,
I hope,
yeah,
but I hope they add like more of like if they could add like 2K games where it's like 3v3, but you're your own players. Like you get a running back,
yeah,
quarterback, and a receiver, and you just like play 3v3s and you can do all that.
yeah. There are a
Like I
lot
like
of
that. I like that
there
concept
are a
better.
lot of things that a lot of people want Madden to bring back, like your creative players. I looked at some like the old creative player things. Some of them are a little wild. Um, and then but
Where you could do
there's still
my
some cool
player
things.
as
Yeah,
my in like the old Maddens, you could do my player,
yeah,
not
yeah,
my player, but
yeah.
what is
Like
it? Madden's
create a player.
face of the franchise.
Yeah,
But like face of the franchise, but you can choose like current NFL players and do that. Like I did that before. I did
yeah,
like a random like spin the wheel, and I got to like play out the rest of the career of like Alec Ogletree. Like it
Jeez.
was really random, but it
That's
was so
actually the most
fun.
random. That is,
It
yeah.
was actually so fun because I played like not too many snaps because it was only defense. I gotta play like the zone and the rushing the quarterback and all that. Like it was fun being in the perspective of like one player.
I gotta
That was
say,
actually very fun.
yeah, I mean, playing on offense by yourself is like when you're controlling one player is really fun. When you're on defense controlling one player, it's so confusing. I mean, it depend. It kind of depends on your camera angle. Like Jacob, when you're playing on defense, do you get like a different camera angle where you're playing it from the defender's point of view, or are you still playing it from the offense point of view?
Yeah, sometimes it automatically does that, but I usually switch to defensive point of view unless I'm doing like the one-on-one cornerback versus receiver.
Yeah, okay.
Then I play as like doing that
Cause when I
view.
yeah,
And when I play Superstar KO, sometimes I use the like the more like zoomed out offensive point of view because I could see the field more and then dotting up. But okay, what's your main team in Madden? What's your main team?
dude, I don't even know, bro. I just kind of
I mean,
bounce
aside from the
around.
Seahawks.
I just bounce around for fun. Sometimes if I'm feeling like I want to scramble a lot, I'll go with the Ravens. If I just want a good all-around team, I just go Chiefs or whatever. But
All
yeah, some
right,
or
yeah.
well, actually, well, most of the time I just randomly choose a team for fun. I'll just like click my random button in a certain amount of times, and then I just end up on that team. I'm like, all right, I'll play that team, whatever, and then just
I
have
don't like.
fun.
Yeah, keep going.
Nah, that was it. That was it.
Oh, yeah. What random team and then
Yeah, like sometimes I end
uh,
up with like the Browns or something, or like the Jaguars. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get killed, but it's fine. What team do you
I've
usually
been
prefer rocking with?
okay. I've been smacking so many people in the online rated. I end up like trying to go for like lower teams, but not too low. Like I want to go for teams with low overall, but I like a really good team. And the team that I found was the Jaguars. Well, the Jaguars are
Okay,
so
yeah,
nice because they're not cheesing. Like they're not one of those top teams that everyone's like, "Oh, you're weird for picking," like
because
or
everyone chooses
whatever.
those
Weird for
teams
picking
anyway.
49ers, Eagles. Yeah,
Yeah,
49ers, Eagles, Cowboys. Like that's Chiefs. That's not fun. I like using the Jaguars. They're so all around. They're so good. Like their starting receivers are all like mid low 80s. Like they're solid. And then Trevor Lawrence, and then Travis Etienne's a beast. Like I don't know what
yeah,
his
bro. He doesn't
I
get
forgot
enough
what his
love.
juke was. I don't know what his juke was, but I always use him in like halfback screenplays. Bro, I have like three clips in one game where I just did the same halfback screenplay and
Dude.
I scored like a like scored like three 70 yard touchdowns.
No, bro. The
Crazy.
people who like
I love
randomly the
that.
people who just do like the same play over and over again. I don't know. That just kind of pisses me off when I play people like that.
Okay, I didn't do that, but I did do but I'm just saying I did three times I did that play in the game and I got a touchdown with all those like
Nah,
it's an OP
nah.
play.
When I play
Not
with
gonna
my
lie.
brother, like we used to have Madden 16. I play with my brother. He just used the Panthers because at that point the Panthers were at like OP, like they were insane. The Panthers. So he would just use like the same play every time. It was either like a corner route to Greg Olson, or if he's not open, you just scramble with Cam. And I couldn't stop it ever. I got so mad, and I was using the Legion of Boom to try and stop him too, and I still couldn't do it. So I mean that pissed me off. So because like when I play, I try to play like I'm an actual coach where I just mix up my plays, and stuff like that. And okay, I'm lame for this, Jacob. Don't judge me, but I punt on fourth down. Okay, like that's how realistic I want to play the game. I don't. I'm not like one of those people like it's a video game. Just go for it. Like if it's like fourth and
I
two or something, I'm still punting because I want to play like an actual coach. Or in this case, I play like the Seahawks where they just punt on fourth and one for some reason.
yeah, and then they go for it on like fourth and seven.
Yeah,
But
I don't know, man.
yeah, but I it just matters on who I'm playing and what the situation is. Like if I'm up by a lot, I don't really care. I'll go for it. But if it's, if I'm down by a lot, I'll go for it. If it's close game, punt might be the safest option. Wherever I am
Yeah.
on the field, like uh I played against this one guy. We played twice. The first time I beat him on like the last play, not last, like one of the last plays of the last play of the game. I got a field goal, And then so then he like Xbox message or whatever, and he was like, run it back. So we did, and yeah, another close game, and I did a punt on I forgot what it was. I did a punt which ended up screwing him because I got a very good punt, got it to the 2 yard line, sacked him, got a safety, punted it back to me. I got a touchdown, won the game. So like punting is actually
It
I'm not
works.
even joking since no one it's low-key OP because no one does it in Madden. In real life, punting is like normal, but in Madden, it's low-key OP because no one
Yeah.
does it.
And people usually just never expect it to happen too. So it's fun when you play it like an actual NFL team. I don't know. I find it more fun when I'm not reckless. I play like a type of you know conservative, relaxed kind of game where I just like chip away the yards kind of thing.
I used to be so bad at Madden because all I did was just throw deep every time. But
That's
that's
what.
because
Well,
I
that's
used to play
yeah.
Madden Mobile and it worked.
That's what everyone did. Like, four verticals, four verticals, four verticals every single time. That's what everyone used to do.
Yeah.
It's fine, Jacob. You're not the alone. You're not the only one. I used to do that too.
Now
It
I
was fun.
now I run the ball at least like 15 times a game.
Yeah. With Face of the Franchise, I kind of hope like the storyline is good, cause uh, really Face of the Franchise is hit or miss. I mean, you need a like this you need a vibe with the storyline to be able to enjoy it. Cause like sometimes
I
the
want there to be
storyline
more
isn't
college
fun.
action.
Yeah. Sometimes the storylines take too long, or the storylines aren't good enough, or the storylines aren't interesting, or you just like automatically become a great player. Like I've seen like those experiments online where like people try to screw themselves out and try to like play the worst face of the franchise possible and see if they like end their face of the franchise early. But now like Madden's for like the couple recent ones, they've been like automatically sending you to like a good part and stuff like that. So I mean, I kind of let the player do their thing instead of computerizing it for a majority of the storyline stuff like that. Any other improvements you're hoping to see this year for Madden, Jacob?
I mean, I already said it. College. I want them to add, more college kind of thing.
Yeah,
And I heard like on the Madden thing that you're gonna have like a little bit more control of the team, which
yeah.
is very nice. Like I didn't like when I was playing for the 49ers and they had Trey Lance as the QB1. I did not want that. I wanted it to be either Jimmy Garoppolo or I mean not Purdy at the time because Purdy's overall was horrible for some reason. Like they didn't
I
even change
mean,
it.
he
Like
was
Purdy right
Mr.
now is like a
Irrelevant, so
73. He's a 73 right now,
yeah.
which is
Isn't he? Yeah, he's
disrespectful.
lower than Witherspoon and Jigba, so that's a little wild.
He's he's lower than Bryce Young.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
Brock
know what
Purdy's
Madden's thinking
lower
there,
than
bro.
Bryce Young.
That's why everyone's always like, I want to know what Madden's smoking, bro. Because some of their ratings are just
Yeah, I
wild.
know. Whatever Aaron Rodgers is having, that's what they're
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
whatever they're smoking is whatever Aaron Rodgers is
Isn't
smoking.
it like like
Um,
yeah, ayahuasca or whatever it's called? It is wild. It's crazy.
the
How is Aaron
shrooms.
Rodgers not suspended for that? Like, isn't it basically weed?
Uh, I mean, I don't even know.
Yeah, I mean it's just wild. Aaron
Send him
Rodgers
to the
is
XFL,
in another
man.
world at this point. Yeah. But yeah, Madden, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, I want to buy it this year. I don't know if my parents will let me, but I want to buy. I have not touched a Madden in a long time. I've kind of
I mean,
stopped
you're
low key.
working, you're making money. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I could if I wanted to. We'll see what happens. It seems like a promising game, so we'll see if it lives up to the expectations people are hoping for. Because at this point, the expectations are really low. Um, but we'll see what happens. It's gonna be fun.
I mean,
Um,
the last year's Madden might have been one of my favorite Maddens. I like last year's Madden. Madden 20. Okay,
Madden 20 was fun.
Madden 20 was different. That was maybe, I mean, it's also during COVID, so maybe that made the game better because
Mm-hmm.
during COVID, it made every game better.
Yeah.
But it was just that was just prime. And Madden 21 was also mad good. Madden 22 was all right. I didn't really like it that much, except for like Face of the Franchise. I like Face of the Franchise in Madden 22, but other than that, it was not that good. I like Madden 21, the yard. That was
Yeah.
That was really fun. I like the yard, but yeah, it's all right. What about, do you play 2K at all? Or
No, I don't. I don't. I don't play that much video games anymore, low key. Honestly, I kind of like stopped
yeah,
it. Yeah. I'm gonna try to get into Madden 24 this year if I'm allowed to buy it.
yeah. I've been. I mean, I don't play too much. I mean, I've been recently a little bit, but I'm always busy. Like I'm in Europe right now.
Yeah.
I'm doing all this stuff,
Yeah.
but
Hey, have a great rest of your time in Europe, bro.
hey, appreciate it. Um,
Ah. Huh.
yeah, but games. I've been playing a little bit of like Madden. I try to play 2K with my friend because like all of our other friends don't really play 2K, so I try to play with him a little bit. But he's way better than me, so it's not that fun.
Yeah.
So you just get into these crazy games with like 99s, and I'm like 70, 75 or something.
Yeah.
He's like
Sometimes it
he's
just
like
feels
a 80
unlucky.
down, but yeah. And I've been playing Battlefront. Battlefront is underrated because the game died a long time ago, but still pretty fun. But yeah, I've
Nice.
been playing Madden, of course, and
The
MLB.
show?
You know,
Yeah.
it's peak, but they're like GM mode is not that good, and the overalls are low-key screwed. But I mean, it's not really. I mean, it's
Yeah.
kind of popularity contest. I mean, because Luis
I feel
Castillo
like
still have
that.
at
It's
a
like that with a
78
lot of
losing
ratings.
record,
Yeah.
but yeah, ratings aren't that good. Like a lot of bench players are better than other players. Like last year, Dylan Moore was like an 81, and then
Wow.
there's like people starting over him that were like a lot lower, which doesn't make too much sense. But yeah, I'm excited.
Interesting.
And Mariners, we got to talk about some Mariners. We've been winning, but Jared Kelnick out, which
Bro,
sucks. That sucks.
he kicked a cooler. That kind of stung. That kind of stung. But it is what it is, honestly. Uh, we are
But
on a winning
he'll be
streak
back
now. Well, we
soon, I
had a
hope.
little bit of a winning streak. We had a 3 game winning streak before
Yeah.
we lost, but it's okay. We won the series against the Blue Jays, but we're good there. We're good there.
Oh yeah. Mariners and Blue Jays. Seeing all that. And seeing all that. Mariners and Blue Jays. No, that's one rivalry that I think is really fun because even though the fans don't seem to like each other, I've been watching those videos.
Mhm.
But I like the Blue Jays, and Blue Jays fans probably like the Mariners too. I mean, they're likable teams. I mean, I love the Blue Jays. They got Bo Bichette, one of my favorite players.
Yeah.
Bo Bichette, whatever,
Bo
however you
Bichette, yeah.
pronounce his name. No, Vladdy, he's a beast. You got who else? They got a ton of people. They got Whit Merrifield. They got uh, we got Teoscar from him. Teoscar's not been playing too good. He strikes out every time, I swear. But they got um what was his name? Oh my God. Their outfielder who's nice. He's low key nice. What was his name? Can you
I low key forgot too, bro.
Jay's outfielder, the dude who's balling. He's been balling. Oh my God. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But I'm just saying that rivalry is actually like
It is. It
fun
is a fun
rivalry.
rivalry. Yeah. Pretty
It's like
entertaining.
it's like Washington and Wazoo. It's like
Yeah.
you hate each other, but at the same time you don't really hate each other.
It's the respect.
Uh,
The respect.
yeah, yeah. But with the Mariners and like the Astros or the Angels, it's like Huskies and Ducks. Like there's no respect whatsoever. They just
It's
hate
just
each
all
other.
hate. It's all bad blood from there.
Yeah, and then it's like Husky Mariners with A's. It's like Huskies and Beavers. Huskies on the Beavers. I'm sorry, Josh. Just gotta face it.
Oh, we can settle this next time when Josh comes back. I think
We should.
that's pretty much all we got to talk about. I mean, I mean, you gotta get out back that you gotta get back out there and check out Europe, bro. I can't hold
Yeah.
you back in here forever.
No, no, it's actually good right now. This is actually a good time. You- I mean,
Yes, sir.
I think what else? What else new in sports?
Man,
I mean,
Messi scored
oh
his
yeah,
first goal was a game winner somehow. That's like script writing right there, bro. That's gotta be a script.
no, that goal was
Beautiful.
such a nice goal too.
That
That was like
he's too good for
amazing.
MLS, bro. He's gonna be like MVP in his first year, first full
Of
year,
course, well, of course,
full year.
of
Yeah,
course. I mean, what does this mean for Club World Cup? I mean, now with the CONCACAF, is that could Inter Miami go on and play in the Club World Cup and go farther? Like Sounders, they first MLS team to make it, but
yeah.
now is
They have a shot.
is Inter Miami gonna be one of the is Inter Miami gonna be one of those teams to,
Yeah.
make it far and maybe even play in the
But
championship?
at the end of the day, I mean, there's still like a lot of players on that field. It's not just one guy. Not just having one guy can't change everything. I mean, you saw that with like
No, but in
the Broncos club.
soccer,
Yeah,
but
you
in
saw that
soccer
it's
compared to
possible.
most other sports, it makes a big difference. Same with basketball.
Basketball, cause five
Soccer and
guys on the field.
basketball,
Yeah,
it's a big difference.
yeah.
Football can make a little bit of a difference. Baseball
But
cannot
the
do absolutely
Broncos,
anything. Oh
yeah,
yeah. No, the Broncos is that's not even a player. That's the coach. That was the coach
that's
last
true.
year.
That's true.
The Broncos, okay, I'm gonna say it here. The Broncos are gonna be a playoff team this next year. Trust me on this. Broncos are gonna be actually pretty good playoff team. They got Sean Payton, one of the greatest coaches of all time. So,
Yeah, they might be back. They have a shot.
mhm. But you know, we don't like none of that Broncos country. Let's ride stuff anymore.
Yeah,
We
we
know,
don't.
not even anymore. We never did. Come on
We never
now.
did.
But yeah,
Oh,
we don't mess with that.
hey, my battery's about to die on this. Shoot, I don't have my charger. I don't have oh, here's the charger. Never mind. What am I thinking? All right, let me
But it's
charge this real
but it's
quick.
not like we future though. Future hating on Russell
Bro,
Wilson.
nah, the future hating on him is just unnecessary. Come on,
That's
like Russell.
and it like grow up, dude. Like you're
Yeah,
like
that's just
40.
salty, bro. He's just salty.
Bro, he's taking care of your kid.
I know.
Like
Russell's a good man
he's
still, bro.
helping
He's still a
raise your
good man.
kid.
Yeah.
He's helping raise your kid when you're whatever doing when you're out on tour
Yeah.
making music with Drake or whatever.
Mhm.
Like dude, chill out, man. That's like he's helping raise your son. And you shouldn't be thanking anyone more than him.
Yeah.
And you start dissing him in your
He's
song.
still
Like, come on,
salty.
dude.
He's still salty. It's ridiculous. I mean, yeah.
Yep.
Look, Russell on the field wasn't great this year, but you still gotta respect him off the field. He's still a great guy off the field.
Oh yeah.
Okay, his
Oh
foundation, a
yeah.
little bit of controversy there, but he's still a good guy. Come on, he's
Yeah.
still a good guy.
But
You can't hate him for that.
yeah, he is a very great guy.
Hmm.
A lot of Seahawks fans now don't like him and
No,
start.
I mean, I would say a lot of people
Yeah.
were rooting against him just because they wanted the draft picks, but now that all our draft picks have been drafted, they're
Now we
okay.
want
They're
Russ
okay.
to
Yeah,
succeed. We
yeah. We
want
don't
we
want Russ
want
to be horrible and feel horrible anymore.
yeah, and we also gotta give some other teams some losses, like because NFC West is playing AFC West this year. So we need Russ to be good and beat, 49ers and the Rams for us. Doesn't even have to beat the Cardinals. Come on. We know the Cardinals are not getting over 5 wins. We know that Cardinals. Hey, wait. What if Cardinals end up being like the Seahawks last year though? Do we see that as a possibility?
Nah, I don't have any faith in the Cardinals, honestly.
Seahawks drafted a tackle. The did the Cardinals draft a tackle?
I don't even remember.
I think they did. I believe they did. Could they
I
could
mean,
be like the Seahawks? Who
now
knows?
now that D Hop is gone, I mean, they really got.
I mean, he's good. He's really good, but I don't think he makes receivers make
Mm,
too much of a difference, in my opinion.
yeah, but Kyler Murray's not that great. Honestly, he's a little overrated.
He could be good, but I don't think he's gonna be that good with, not a great roster and playing too much Call of Duty. Like, come on, man. Got to get off the game.
Yeah,
Get off the game
yeah.
and lock in. Because we've seen him at Oklahoma, and he was great at Oklahoma. We've seen him at, and I mean that was him trying to prove himself. I'm like, okay, and then he gets drafted number one, chooses football over baseball, right? And he has a great, first first 2 years, and that one season where the Cardinals had like the best record in the league at one point, which was only a couple years ago, 2 years ago or whatever. Like I don't know what's happened since then. Like he used to be great, and I think he still can get back to that. Needs good coaching, good development, and a good team, which he's not going to be great because that's a horrible team. But I'm just saying he could be great. He could be great.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Sure.
Yeah, I think that might be it.
Yep.
All right.
That was
Uh,
fun podcast.
yeah. All right. Yeah, that ends the episode. We're gonna let Jacob go back out and enjoy Europe. Have a great rest of your trip, Jacob. You have a lot of fun.
Hey,
Let
appreciate
us
it.
know how it goes. For the rest, for
Sure.
me, and yeah, that's the end of the podcast. We will see you guys next episode. Remember to check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, anywhere else, and we'll see you guys next time. Next time we gotta talk about Micah Parsons. Your hot take about Micah Parsons there. We gotta debate that with Josh.
Oh yeah.
For real. All right, we'll see you
Oh
guys
yeah,
next
for sure.
time. Stay tuned to Seattle Sports.